Hey everyone, this is a message from us here on the community team. We're here to give you all some notices and reminders in regards to reporting other players. These are things that we've seen lately that we want to give you some more information on. We'd like to talk about best practices if you found yourself needing to report another player for actions against our code of conduct.
First up, we want to talk about blank reports. Sending in reports with no information on them isn't disallowed, but we wanted to tell you this. Blank reports are not as strong as reports with more information in them.
If you send in a report, we urge you to use a drop-down or type something out. There's a better chance we can understand the situation more clearly, and the right band length can be applied. We can't understand a blank report very well.
Next, we want to remind you all of sending in nonsensical reports. Sending in reports that don't make sense is not allowed. If you do this often, you may receive a ban.
What we see most in this category is key smashes or a series of letters that don't have any meaning. These reports will be ignored and your account may be penalized if done too often. Type out something real or use a drop-down.
Up next, we want to remind you that reporting a single person using multiple accounts of yours is not allowed. This falls under abusive reporting.
This does not make the reports any stronger, and if you do this, it can get the accounts who sent them from banned. One report from one account will do the trick just fine.
Next, we have a few things that are not reportable that we've been seeing lately. Please don't report people for any of these things. Number 1, online dating. As a social app, we recognize that people may form closer pairings, and we are okay with healthy, consent-based relationships in-game.
Number 2, people who use teleport. Teleport is allowed in our game. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have it. It does not fall under cheating. Number 3, reporting someone for blocking you. Anyone has the right to block you for any reason. If we didn't allow blocking, we also wouldn't have it as a feature. Please do not report players for any of these things.
Next, we want to inform you all about reporting in groups. There is no need to gather everyone in a room to report a person, thinking that would make it stronger. It doesn't, and actually makes it weaker. We have no way of knowing if everyone who is reporting saw the rule-breaking behavior or was told to report without seeing it.
You should not be reporting people for something you didn't see. Do not gather people to report someone. If you see rule-breaking behavior, your report alone can be enough. Seeing a whole bunch of reports grouped together, it's hard to tell if it's abusive or not. Less is more.
Lastly, we want to talk about your behavior when you come across someone breaking the code of conduct. If you encounter someone who is breaking the code of conduct to you, you do not have the right to do it back to them.
If you engage in the same behavior, you will also risk being banned. Doing it back to them is not defending yourself. Simply silently block, report, and move on.
That's all the info we wanted to share with you today. To recap, typing information or using a drop-down makes reports stronger. Nonsensical reports aren't allowed. Reporting a single person using alts is not allowed.
Do not engage in code of conduct breaking behavior when it is done to you. Don't report people for online dating, using teleport, or blocking you. There isn't a need to report in groups, and don't report for something you didn't see.
We would also like to remind you that you can always send in reports via tickets. Be sure to include video or photographic evidence if you do. If you're recording, be sure to open the player's profile in the video so we can see it clearly. And make sure everyone's, including your own, voices are audible. If you don't have any photo or video evidence, reports in game should do fine on their own.
We hope that this can help you make your reports stronger and will help make Rec Room a better place. Thank you all so much for watching, subscribe for more things Rec Room, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!